But the other issue has been, once you give patient Bev, it's hard to give Bev for life because life doesn't prolong very far after Bev failure, as shown by these data. There are some encouraging data suggesting that CCNU, again, a cytotoxic drug added to bevacizumab, is going to be better than either agent alone, and it seems likely that the phase 3 data will support that. And my sense is that bevacizumab and CCNU will be the treatment of choice for recurrent malignant glioma. But what's happened to all of these other agents? I think what's happened to them is that they have been tried and they have not produced the kinds of evidence that we want to suggest that they're going to work. And why is that? Well, one of the questions is the model systems that we use to make selection with human tumor xenografts, with genetically engineered mice, with stem cell cultures, with all kinds of really lovely, eloquent laboratory data that should be translational hasn't really translated. And we still don't know how to sequence this in the lab. We don't understand how to do it in humans, and we don't really understand how to monitor these patients in real time to see if we have any specific changes. There are maybe, some hope, but I think the problem is that what has gone wrong is not necessarily wrong, but what's intrinsic with the disease is that it's a very heterogeneous set of diseases, including low-grade, intermediate-grade, and high-grade glioma. These are not all the same diseases. I think we all recognize that. Single-agent therapy, including cytotoxic agents or even PCV chemotherapy, is probably not sufficient to control innate resistance or acquired resistance. We don't have the imaging biomarker tools yet that are reliable and predictive to let us know when to start and when to stop and when to change therapy before we have massive regrowth. We have a lot of prognostic markers, but very, very few predictive, and we don't quite yet know how to add therapy to those, even those prognostic markers to select. And these trials are now going to start becoming smaller and smaller in terms of sample size. One of the bigger issues, I think, for both cytotoxic and targeted therapy is that brain tumors are very difficult targets because of blood-brain barrier and blood-tumor barrier. And I think there's truly an issue of delivery. That's why radiation therapy is very effective. You can deliver what you want to treat that tumor with. You can deliver. But with chemotherapy, systemic in particular, and biologic therapies, it's very difficult to hit not only the central necrotic, hypoxic, phenotypically resistant tumor on those stem cells, which are resistant, but also that infiltrating margin to try and deal with what's going to ultimately kill that patient, which is progressive disease moving throughout the brain. These trials are very expensive. The market is small. We're moving forward to what we call precision medicine, but we're not quite sure what that necessarily means. All of us are doing it. They're encouraging, but they're very much in their infancy. And immunotherapy now has become the new hope, almost to the exclusion of everything else.